What's up, wrestling fans? My name is Bigboysnacksjonnytv. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. And tonight I'll go over my WWE Smackdown review and highlights. So if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys please watch the video from all the way from the beginning all the way towards the end. Hit that like button, subscribe to my channel for more wrestling content on the channel like this because I'm on the road to AK and the path to YouTube partner. Follow my social media down below in the description. Now let's get started. Now WWE Smackdown was a solid show and I give it a 5.4 out of 10. Alright, WWE SmackDown was live from Barcelona, Spain in the Olympic Arena. Commentary tonight with Joe Testo and Corey Graves. Alright, so we go to quick match results. Number one, six-man tag team match. LA Knight, Jimmy Uso, and Braun Strowman defeated the Bloodline. Number two, Charlotte Flair defeated B-Fat, which is a squash match that I didn't care about. Number three, Damian Priest defeated Shinsuke Nakamura in a good match, but it ends in a disqualification. Randy Orton defeated Carmelo Hayes in a pretty good match. And number five, WWE Tag Team Champions, the Street Profits defeated DIY with Montez Ford hitting a fall splash in the pin and the win. And thank you WWE for putting the WWE Tag Team titles around the Street Profits. I just said it in my last week's video for my WWE SmackDown review and highlights. And WWE has grant my wish and finally and listen to me at the same time. So shouts to WWE for putting shouts to WWE for putting the Tag Team Champions on the Street Profits. All right, so let's get started. In-ring segment, LA Knight, Jimmy Uso, and the Bloodline and Braun Strowman. Pretty good segment, in my opinion. Back at ringside, we hear some OTC chant, but Roman Reigns is not yet here in Spain. But you know who is LA Knight, yeah. The new United States Championship makes its way down to the ring. A big pop from the crowd, greeting him as we look back at LA Knight winning the title last week. No, seriously, this is a loud crowd chant Olay as the champ just soaks the excitement in. It almost leaves LA Knight speechless. Um, Yoder hold on, is that Yodeling? Yeah, to a pop from the crowd before he says, "Let me talk to you." Me, everybody, um, Los Tudos were making history. He points to this being the first SmackDown in Barcelona, which gets another round of Olay. To which LA Knight jokes that is tough crowd tonight. Way too quiet. He says on this the first live SmackDown in Spain. He may be the United States champion, but he is worldwide. Chance of you deserve it from the crowd before the champ talks about it being way too long, but he's finally won the United States Championship back, and now everyone knows whose game is it. With everyone saying the crowd chants LA Knight, yeah, but Jimmy Uso music hits. And I already know that LA Knight is going to retain his United States Championship at WrestleMania. But it'll be a good moment for WWE to put the United States Championship on Jimmy Uso, so Jimmy Uso can have his moment. That's all I gotta say. That's just my opinion. I stand on it. All right, back to what I was saying. Jimmy Uso says he's not here to congratulate him. He is here because he's tired of speed bumps and hurdles in the way. He knows the only way to get his road to WrestleMania 41 is to challenge LA Knight for the United States Champion. Tag Barcelona jitters. Getting to Jimmy Uso title. This brings out Solo Sikoa, who starts running down LA Knight before stating the only man who should be getting a title shot is Jacob Fatu. Solo Sikoa either has some jitters of his own or is mocking Jimmy Uso for his, as he talks about doing everyone a favor and stepping aside. But Jimmy Uso runs down Solo Sikoa after he lost to Roman Reigns. Alright. This angers the Bloodline as they rush into the ring to beat up LA Knight and Jimmy Uso, but out comes Braun Strowman to even the odds. This brings out Nick Aldis, who sees three men on each side and declares a six man tag starting right now. I already knew that we are gonna get a 6-man tag. I already been knew. Alright, so we get the first match. LA Knight, Jimmy Uso, and Braun Strowman versus the Bloodline. Tama Tonga, Jacob Fatu, and Solo Sikoa. And this was a fun tag team match. Back from commercial break, Jimmy Uso and Solo Sikoa are going at it as Jimmy Uso hits some mounted punches in the corner, only for Solo Sikoa to turn things around with a spinning slam. Crowd chants something I really can't stick in this recap as Solo Sikoa makes the tag to Jacob Fatu. He gets some shots in before tagging in Tama Tonga, who hits a springboard senton as the crowd chants along with his yeah 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 remarks. Tag made to Solo Sikoa, who takes Jimmy Uso to the corner for a running hip attack. Jey Uso tagged to Jacob Fatu, the crowd chanting for Jimmy Uso to get back into this match. He does, keeping Jacob Fatu away long enough for the tag to LA Knight. The champ lays in some strikes for a near fall, but Jacob Fatu quickly fights back, sending LA Knight to the corner. Jacob Fatu charged at him in the corner, but the champ dodges, setting up for a leaping elbow onto the Samoan werewolf. Solo Sikoa distracts him, and Jacob Fatu gets back into it. Before we go to, oh wait, we're international now. No mid-match break here. The tag made to Tama Tonga for a few more shots on LA Knight before tagging in Solo Sikoa, who mocks the champ taunts as he continues the damage on the megastar. He sends LA Knight to the corner with a hammer throw, feeling satisfied as he makes the cover, but being left wanted as LA Knight kick out at 2. Tag to Tama Tonga, who hits a running clothesline for a near fall of his own before tagging in Jacob Fatu for a few more shots as the crowd continues to chant. Jacob Fatu sends the champ into the corner and tags in Solo Sikoa, who gets some shots in on LA Knight as the crowd once again tell Solo what they think of him. Running attack running attack to by Solo Sikoa, but LA Knight fights back to send him down to the mat hard. He crawls over for a tag, but it's intercepted by Tama Tonga before pulling away for the hot tag to Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman clears the ring of the bloodline before going to the outside for a road trip. Not road trip, but round trip of hurt. Back in the ring, LA Knight hits a big dive onto Solo Sikoa, and Jimmy Uso dives onto Jacob Fatu on the outside before Braun Strowman brings Tama Tonga back into the ring for a running power slam for the win. The winner of the match, LA Knight, Jimmy Uso, and Braun Strowman. And this was a fun six-man tag match, but in my honest opinion, put WWE. You need to pull the trigger by putting the United States Championship on Jimmy Uso so Jimmy Uso can get his moment. That's all I gotta say. Alright. It says no celebrate here as Solo Sikoa immediately goes after Braun Strowman, leading to the bloodline, keeping LA Knight and Jimmy Uso out as Jacob Fatu lays in some strikes on Braun Strowman, leading to a big moonsault multiple times for good measure. The bloodline retreats up the ramp as Braun Strowman finds himself out of the ring. But Jacob Fatu isn't finished with him yet, charging back down the ramp to charge at Braun Strowman with both men spilling over the announcer table. Jacob Fatu is finally satisfied with the damage done as he heads back up the ramp, and we get a graphic for B-Fab versus Charlotte Flair before a recap of the Jade Cargill and Naomi situation. Let us know we get a sit-down interview up next. So we get a video package. Naomi, Jade Cargill, and Bianca Belair. Video package. The revelation that Naomi attacked Jade Cargill months ago, and the fallout between best friends. All right, so we get a sit-down interview video. Jade Cargill, Liv Morgan, and Raquel Rodriguez. We head to an empty arena earlier today for the sit-down interview with Jade Cargill, who says physically she's fine, but emotionally it's a different story. She's angry about Naomi's painting herself as the victim, and the claim that Jade Cargill was using anyone's success for her own gains. She is asked about the amount she asked she was attacked, and Jay Cargill saw. Jay Cargill says she barely remembers much, except seeing Naomi run away from the scene. As she continues to address the situation, Jay Cargill is interrupted by Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez mocking her. It says Jay Cargill says this is not the time, and that the pair are lucky they have those tag titles. Things escalated before Jay Cargill challenged Liv Morgan to a match next week, and Liv Morgan accepts, telling Jay Cargill to try and not to get dropped on any cards between now and then. The pair leaves as Jay Cargill is done with this interview, walking off. I already know that Liv Morgan's going to lose to Jay Cargill next week. I already know. That's just my opinion. I'm going to stand on it. But you already know that somehow Liv Morgan's going to get help from Raquel Rodriguez because the Judgment Day, once again, always finds a way to cheat. That's all I got to say. To cheat to win. All right, backstage, B-Fab. Backstage, we get a promo from B-Fab promising to cut Charlotte Flair down on her road to WrestleMania 41 before we head to ringside for her entrance and then to commercial break. So we get B-Fab versus Charlotte Flair. Back at ringside, B-Fab awaits the arrival of Charlotte Flair as the 2025 Women's Royal Rumble winner makes her way down the ramp. She posed for the crowd, who gives a reaction of some sort before this match gets underway. So we get the next match, B-Fab versus Charlotte Flair. And this was, I might as well say, this match it was just solid for what it was. Solid match for what it was. The crowd chants something towards Charlotte Flair that I'm sure of as she warms up before the two women lock up. The crowd starting to make some noise as Charlotte Flair sends B-Fab to the corner before laying in a shoulder tackle. Chomp from a Charlotte Flair, you know what that means. Whoa chant from the crowd as Charlotte Flair props her against the ropes for another. B-Fab fights back, sending the former champion to the mat before Charlotte Flair rolls to the outside. Quick fade to black before we return to see Charlotte Flair getting back in the ring, only to get caught for a near fall by B-Fab. Charlotte Flair continues to lay into B-Fab as what vaguely sounds like "Please retire." Chant starts ringing out. Charlotte Flair mocks them by giving a one finger salute just off screen. While keeping B-Fab in a chin lock, she continues to lay into B-Fab, unconsciously mocking the crowd. Right back as we get a quick fade to black once more. Charlotte Flair continues to domination amidst more chants from the crowd by hitting B-Fab with that one maneuver we saw on NXT on Tuesday. You know that one Stephanie McCure and Julia were doing it while counting to enjoy the hate being rained down. B-Fab managed to find an opening, however, taking Charlotte Flair to the corner for a roundhouse kick before Charlotte Flair fights back with a boot from the ropes. Charlotte Flair gets back in the ring, but catches a pump kick to the face. Legs for days, but it's only for a 2 count. B-Fab, um, Charlotte Flair fights back, dropping B-Fab with a natural selection and the figure eight for the win. The winner by pinfall, I'm sorry, not pinfall, the winner by submission, Charlotte Flair. This match was solid for what it was, but we already knew that B-Fab was going to lose to Charlotte Flair. So that's all I gotta say. And yeah, let me continue. Let me continue. But the number one contender is not letting her go of the hold. She keeps the figure eight locked in until the champ lets us know it's Tiffany time. Tiffany Stratton makes a beeline for the ring, forcing Charlotte Flair to finally break the hold as the two starts brawling. Security and officials rush down to break up the fight, trying to separate the two women, but they go right back at it. The action spills to the floor. outside um, before staff once again tries to de-escalate the situation. This proves poorly as they go right back at it, with Charlotte Flair going onto the announcer table to what sounds like ECW chance as Charlotte Flair gets the drop on the champ. Officials pull her away, bringing her to the rim as Tiffany Stratton gets in the ring, climbing up to get the drop on Charlotte Flair in retaliation. Tiffany Stratton is now one on one being brought up in the ramp. So as we finally cut away from the situation at hand. All right, so it says right here. So we get Drew McIntyre video package. All right, Drew McIntyre has had his big moment ruined, and he is not taking kindly to surely not taking kindly to issue as he seeks his own road to WrestleMania 41. Video package AJ Styles. Promo time from WWE World during WrestleMania week in Las Vegas. Followed by a look back at AJ Styles' big moment on SmackDown, sponsored by Papa John's Pizza. Alright, so we get the in-ring segment. The Miz TV and it says the Miz TV and Cody Rhodes. And the Miz TV man segment, I did not too much care for it, but I'm glad Cody Rhodes hits the crossroads on the Miz. All right, let me continue. Back at ringside, the Miz starts to make an introduction for his segment, but Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte Flair spill back out to the stage to continue brawling. Insert anything can happen in WWE. Styles quote here: "The crowd chants as security goes back to trying to calm the situation down." But we see Tiffany Stratton leaps off the screen onto Charlotte Flair and the wave of security. The crowd is electric for this as security pulls Tiffany Stratton away. We cut back to the ring where the Miz seemingly tried to take credit for how awesome the moment was before introducing his guest, a man who should take his advice, but instead got beat up by two wrestlers, Travis Scott and John Cena. Here is the undisputed WWE champion, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. You already know that Cody Rhodes is not going to accept The Rock's offer. What you thought was going to happen at the Elimination Chamber? That Cody Rhodes did not accept The Rock's offer, but Travis Scott and John Cena jump Cody Rhodes. But I hope Cody Rhodes gets his get back on Travis Scott. And I seen a clip that Shannon Sharp was talking about. He wants to get in the ring with Cody Rhodes to take down John Cena. If Shannon Sharp gets in the ring against John Cena, it's over for Shannon Sharp. That's all I gotta say. That part was funny when Shannon Sharp said it. But imagine Shannon Sharp gets in the ring and gets dropped by John Cena. You know they're gonna be talking about that. But anyway, let me continue. Cody Rhodes' music hits, bringing the crowd to song as the champ steps out. Whoa, sorry. Anyways, Cody Rhodes walks down the ramp as the crowd continues to sing along. Cody enters the ring. The crowd continues as he climbs up the turnbuckle, but The Miz cuts it all off, saying he doesn't have time for a sing along with Cody Rhodes. He is ready to ask the hard-hitting questions, and was already cut off by TV time. And Cody Rhodes cuts The Miz TV time to even further with a crossroads palm strike and with a Cody Rhodes palm strike and a crossroads. The champ grabs the mic saying he doesn't want to talk to anyone except John Cena. Cody Rhodes music once Cody Rhodes music hits once again to a big pop from the crowd. Alright, let's move on. Backstage segment. Shinsuke Nakamura, Nick Aldis, and Damian Priest. Backstage, we see Shinsuke Nakamura talking to Nick Aldis about getting a rematch for the United States Championship before Damian Priest interjects, looking for Drew McIntyre, who is not here. Shinsuke Nakamura makes a remark to Damian Priest in Japanese. Damian Priest responds in Spanish before saying he wants a fight, and Nick Aldis made the match official, Sorry, Adam Pierce, for tonight before we could cut back to ringside. So we get a video mystery person, vintage, Ray Phoenix. Back from break, we get adventures for a new luchador, Ray Phoenix. Is that you? We already know that Ray Phoenix is gonna go to Monday Night Raw because of Pent. You already know Ray Phoenix is going to join Monday Night Raw because Penta is there. What makes you think? What makes you think Penta is going to go to SmackDown? That doesn't make any sense. But I know that Ray Phoenix is going to join Penta on Monday Night Raw. That's all I gotta say. All right, let's move on. So we get Damian Priest versus Shinsuke Nakamura. This was a very good match. Damian Priest makes his way to the ring for our next match. A quick ad for Raw on Monday. Monday takes us to a commercial break. Heading back to ringside where Shinsuke Nakamura makes his entrance, worth nothing that this Barcelona crowd does not care about the theme, trying to keep them from singing along because they do it anyway, at least for a little bit. As Shinsuke Nakamura enters the ring before this match gets underway, the two men circle the ring before locking up with Shinsuke Nakamura taking Damian Priest to the corner to lay in some strikes before Damian Priest turns it around for some strikes of his own. Hammer throw sends the former United States champion across the ring. Before Damian Priest goes, before Damian Priest forces Shinsuke Nakamura out of the ring, as we get the quick fade to black. Damian Priest goes after Nakamura. Yeah, David Priest goes after Shinsuke Nakamura on the outside, hoisting him onto his shoulders before dropping Shinsuke Nakamura onto the barricade. Shinsuke Nakamura gets sent back in the ring as Damian Priest goes for a splash, but it gets turned around before Shinsuke Nakamura goes up for a leaping knee strike that gets a 2 count. He prompts Damian Priest against the ropes for some more damage as we get dueling chants from the crowd. Covered by Shinsuke Nakamura, only get a 2 count as Damian Priest fights back to his feet to force Shinsuke Nakamura to the corner. But Shinsuke Nakamura turns it around as we get another quick fade to black. Shinsuke Nakamura stays right on top of Shinsuke Nakamura. I'm sorry, Shinsuke Nakamura stays right on top of Damian Priest for a chin lock as the former World Heavyweight Champion fights back to his feet. Shinsuke Nakamura takes him down with an integrate before going up top, only to be dropped hard by Damian Priest. Damian Priest backs to his feet, going after Shinsuke Nakamura with some strikes before catching him with a boot in the corner, followed by a Falcon Arrow, which leads to Shinsuke Nakamura taking a breather on the outside. This doesn't last long, as Damian Priest pursues him, slamming him against the announcer table before bringing him back into the ring for an old school refuse to be the comparison to the Undertaker in the process before going back to work, only for Shinsuke Nakamura to catch him with the armbar. Damian Priest managed to fight out as he and Nakamura gets back to their feet, and Damian Priest drops him down to get ready for South of Heaven. But Drew McIntyre pops up at the announcer table to watch on. This distracts Damian Priest long enough for Shinsuke Nakamura to get a near fall. King shouts out counter to South of Heaven. But Drew McIntyre comes running in, forcing the referee to call for the bell. The winner by disqualification, Damian Priest. This was a very good match until Drew McIntyre came out and ruined it. But anyway, Damian Priest won by disqualification thanks to Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre continues to be down, only pausing long enough for Shinsuke Nakamura to hit a Kinshasa before leaving the ring to allow Drew McIntyre his moment of continued retribution. He lays into Damian Priest for bringing him out of the ring, attacking Damian Priest with the ring steps before finally backing away as the crowd chants, "Oh, Drew McIntyre," as he makes his way up the ramp. Or maybe not, Bottle as Damian Priest gets back into the ring, and this angers Drew McIntyre enough to rush back in for the Claymore kick. He yells at Damian Priest, promising to make his life a living you-know-what. Drew McIntyre finally makes his exit once more as the crowd chants for him, bringing something of a smirk to his face as we cut away. All right, backstage. DIY Motor City Machine Backstage DIY and Motor City Machine Guns. Backstage, we hear from DIY ahead of their tag title defense later tonight, mocking the Street Profits before Motor City Machine Guns pop in to run the champ down for their recent behavior. Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano was none of it as they walk away. All right, backstage segment. Chelsea Green, Piper Niven and Alba Fire and Selena Vega. Outside shot of Barcelona take us to a look at some FC Barcelona soccer / football players. I'm assuming Roy might know these guys better than I do. Sorry, LOL. Before heading backstage for a word from Chelsea Green, flanked by her secret service as she addresses what she has been going through. Selena Vega pops in, says she looks to become the new Women's United States Champion. But Piper Niven interjects by saying she got to go through them to get to the champ. Selena Vega accepts, saying after next week Chelsea Green and the Women's United States Champion title are all hers before walking away. But WWE, can you give Selena Vega a big push, please? That's why I asked. Give Selena Vega a big push. Because Selena Vega is so talented. Even though Selena Vega is short, but she still can go in the ring, but she's talented from inside and outside of the ring. That's all I got to say. All right, let me continue. So we get the next match. The Viper, Randy Orton versus Carmelo Hayes. And this match right here, this was a pretty good match for what it was. The crowd is electric for the return of the Viper Randy Orton, something Carmelo Hayes allows him to have before trying to get the upper hand, only for Randy Orton to rush him to the corner for some mounted punches. He brings Carmelo Hayes out of the ring and land a back suplex that sends Carmelo Hayes into the announcer table, signaling that he is in great shape as we get a quick fade to black. One more time. Chant from the crowd and Randy on the blitz, sending Carmelo Hayes back onto the desk. He starts to go after it again, but Carmelo Hayes fights back, only for Randy Orton to send him back into the ring. And Carmelo Hayes cuts him off, mocking the crowd, who responds with a chant. They that I'm completely unfamiliar. I'm assuming something soccer related again. Sorry, LOL, but this is met with a chant like from Carmelo Hayes to another chant, and we get a quick fade to black once more. Randy Orton tries to fight out, but it's laid down with a kick from Carmelo Hayes for a near fall. Crowd chants for Randy Orton to get back into the match. As the Viper, Randy Orton starts to fight back, only for Carmelo Hayes to chance the hole and even deeper. Hold is finally broken as Randy Orton takes a kick to the gut by Carmelo Hayes, only to lay into Carmelo Hayes, sending him down hard. Carmelo Hayes starts to take it back to the former world champion as he hits the ropes for a crossbody, but Randy Orton counters with a power slam. He props Carmelo Hayes against the ropes for an evaded DDT. The crowd chanting RKO as Carmelo Hayes has none of it by leaving the apron and chances Randy Orton on the top rope. Carmelo Hayes goes up top, but Randy Orton evades, only for Carmelo Hayes to hit the ropes for a springboard DDT and the 2 count. Carmelo Hayes up top, countering against the pure chant, the CC parade per day chants until Randy Orton intercepts him for a superplex that Cowboy Bob Orton would be proud of. Chance of RKO as Randy Orton gets into that place. Carmelo Hayes counters looking for the first 48. Randy Orton blocks, but Carmelo Hayes hits it anyways. But the final blow never comes as Randy Orton takes him down with an RKO, picking up the win to a big pop from the crowd. The winner of the match, the Viper, Randy Orton. This was a pretty good match. The Viper Randy Orton brings Carmelo Hayes to his feet, looking to show some respect. But Carmelo Hayes declines, and this leads to an RKO, sending Carmelo Hayes back down to the mat. The Viper Randy Orton looks to punt the man's head off, but Kevin Owens rushes through the crowd to pull him out of the ring. Randy Orton chases him off as we cut away. Why did Kevin Owens spawn like that? He spawned out of nowhere from the crowd, but Randy Orton was trying to attack Kevin Owens, but Kevin Owens got away. But I know that Randy Orton's going to get his hands on Kevin Owens at WrestleMania 41. This is that 2009 Viper Randy Orton that I've been waiting for, and I know that Randy Orton's going to punk Kevin Owens because last time I checked, Kevin Owens hit a package power driver on Sami Zayn, Cody Rhodes, and Randy Orton. That's all I gotta say. But I know that Randy Orton's going to get his get back on Kevin Owens. That's all I gotta say. And I got Randy Orton winning at WrestleMania 41. All right. Let me continue. All right. Backstage, Soul Squad and Jacob Fatu. Backstage, Jacob Fatu cut a promo promising to dog walk Braun Strowman when the two run it back next week on SmackDown. Video mystery person, Aleister Black. We get a mysterious benches with smoke and the number 4. I know that's Aleister Black. When Aleister Black comes back to WWE, Aleister Black is going to form some type of dark stable with Selena Vega. I can sense that coming. That's all I gotta say. In-ring segment, Gunther. Gunther talks about the road to WrestleMania tour here in Europe. Gunther says he has only one regret, and that is he wishes they were in Madrid instead. This gets a boo from the crowd, but he brings them around by speaking in Spanish before getting to the business of running down Jey Uso. We already know that Jey Uso is going to take the World Heavyweight Championship away from Gunther at WrestleMania 41. Watch I tell you. He turns his attention to offer another challenge, saying he heard there was a kid from here in Spain. He runs the person he's talking about down before welcoming Axiom. Wait a minute. Axiom makes his way down the ramp, eager for a chance to prove himself against the ring general Gunther as this match gets underway. So we get Gunther versus Axiom. This match was fantastic. The crowd is firmly behind Axiom as he tries to counter the power of the world champion to no avail. They circle the mat before Axiom takes the ring general to the corner, only for Gunther to take the fight back to the NXT Tag Team Champion. Axiom managed to get back to his feet to a big pop. And AC CC per day chant. Gunther takes him to the ropes, only for Axiom to catch him with a armbar of sort of the ropes. Axiom continues to attack until he gets laid out with a chop by Gunther as he mute in the audio indicated a quick break. Gunther continues to the attack as he brings Axiom back to his feet, only to be caught with a series of chops from the kid as the kid he was referring to Gunther brings this to a halt as he catches Axiom with a set of submission holds to keep him down on the mat. Axiom gets to the corner to try and fight back to his feet, but the ring general Gunther continues to grind away at him before forcing him to the outside. Axiom gets on the apron only to make a chop as we get another quick mute. Axiom finds an opening when Gunther gets too cocky, climbing up for a missile dropkick to a pop to a CC Pade chant. Axiom with some strikes on a kneeling Gunther before the world champion fights back, hosted Axiom up, only for Axiom to roll him up for a 2 count. Axiom hits some more strikes until Gunther hits a big running dropkick. Powerbomb by Gunther for the pin, but Axiom kicks out. Axiom set Axiom sets the ring general up on the turnbuckle for a Spanish fly, but Gunther counters out, looking for a powerbomb only to be taken down with a hurricanrana by Axiom. Golden Rado finds his mark, but the kick is for good, only good for a 2 count on Gunther, who absorbs some hard strikes from Axiom before the latter looks for a ring of Saturn on the world champion. Gunther fights to his feet, landing a powerbomb and two massive lariats on Axiom to two massive lariats on Axiom for the pin and the win. The winner of the match, Gunther. This was a fantastic match. The celebration is cut short as Gunther locks in a sleeper on Axiom, who fades fast as official rushes down to intervene. Gunther finally breaks the hold, standing tall with his title up high before leaving the ring. Now I know at WrestleMania 41, Jey Uso is going to crash out against Gunther, and I know Gunther's going to drop the world championship to Jey Uso. Watch it, I tell you, I'm calling it straight down the middle. Let me tell you something. If Jey Uso can beat Braun Breaker for the Intercontinental Champion, I know for a fact that Jey Uso can beat Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania. And I'm calling it straight down the middle. I got my boy Jey Uso taking the title off of Gunther at WrestleMania 41. It's either night one or night two. But I got my boy Jimmy Uso becoming our new World Heavyweight Championship. Because ever since Gunther became a World Heavyweight Champion, it's been boring. Ever since Gunther has the Intercontinental Champion, it was way better than the World Heavyweight Championship reign. That's all I gotta say. But let me move on. I just had to put that out there. That's just my own opinion. I stand on it. Video package: CM Punk, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, and the Wiseman, Paul Heyman. Video package: a big steel cage match between Seth Rollins and CM Punk on Raw this past Monday, which ended a bit of controversy as Roman Reigns pulled Seth Rollins out of the cage, but surely for the stake of revenge from the Royal Rumble and the sight of Paul Heyman, which CM Punk has the OTC out on a warpath, which the Second City saying. I believe that out of nowhere that Paul Heyman is going to turn on Roman Reigns and he's going to side with CM Punk. That's all I gotta say. It's gonna be out of nowhere, but I could be wrong. In-ring segment, the Wiseman, Paul Heyman. Back at ringside, Paul Heyman has a need to address two items of business. First order of business today is Roman Reigns Day, as WWE 2K25 is officially released. But 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 Paul Heyman asks the fans to wait until SmackDown is over so we can keep the ratings high, especially for his segment. The second order of business involves his friend, the best in the world, CM Punk. Crowd cheers for him, but Paul Heyman says it's not CM Punk's day, and it sure isn't, nor will it ever be Seth Rollins' day. The crowd sings Seth Rollins' song, to which Paul Heyman says he hates that song before hyping up that next week in Bologna and Bologna. Illegally, we will hear from the OTC, the original Tribal Chief Roman Reigns. The crowd boos this. The crowd boos this, to which Paul Heyman says they can get a plane ticket and head over. It's none like Muslim is sitting there keeping them from showing up. He promised that Roman Reigns will address things further, saying that's not a prediction, it's a spoiler. Alright, so we'll get backstage segment. Street Profits and Legado del Fantasma. We get some hype for next week's SmackDown before heading backstage, where the Street Profits are approached by Legado del Fantasma. Legado del Fantasma wants a shot at the titles when the Street Profits win tonight, and they walk off as Montez Ford cuts a promo about hearing noise from the past 4 years, but tonight they will they will shut it down. Dawkins Dawkins chimes in, culminating in the prophets a prophet saying they want the smoke and they make their interest for our main event. All right, backstage, Gunther and Jimmy Uso. We go backstage to see Gunther talk to Jimmy Uso, trying to get him to talk some sense into Jey Uso, head of the World Heavyweight Championship. Jimmy Uso cuts the ring general down, saying he will drop rank in the title at WrestleMania 41. Yeet. Gunther says he was mistaken about Jimmy Uso mature, maturely before maturely maturely before walking away, and we head back to ringside. All right. Oh, I was waiting for this main event match right here. So we get the main event of the evening, the WWE Tag Team Championship match. The Street Profits, Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford versus DIY, Tommaso Ciampa, and Johnny Gargano. And this tag team match right here, this was a really good tag team match. But I'm glad that the Street Profits won. That's all I gotta say. Ciampa and Montez Ford start things off, going at it until Montez Ford forced Tommaso to the outside for a breather. They tag made to Angelo Dawkins, who starts laying into Ciampa before Johnny Gargano gets the tag. He goes after Dawkins until he's sent to the mat, and Montez Ford gets a tag to take the fight back to the champ. As we get a look, Pretty Deadly watching on. Back at ringside, Johnny Gargano takes Montez Ford to the outside as we get a quick mute of audio. Johnny Gargano gets a nice Johnny Wrestling chant as Tommaso Ciampa tags in for some more damage on Montez Ford, bringing him back into the ring for a tag to Johnny Gargano. Crowd continues to chant as Johnny mocks Angelo Dawkins, forcing a distraction to give DIY a chance to double team Montez Ford in the corner. Johnny Gargano lays in some more stumps to another chant as Tommaso Ciampa tags in, sending Montez Ford to the corner for a chop. Another unfamiliar chant as Ciampa sets Montez Ford up in the corner, only for Montez Ford to intercept. Tommaso Ciampa used a referee distraction to set up for an air ride crush off the turnbuckle, sending Montez Ford down hard for a 2 count. Tommaso Ciampa goes for a fairy tale ending, but Montez Ford counters with a back body drop, forcing a tag to Johnny Gargano. DIY keep him at bay and in exchange as tags again until Montez Ford gets the hot tag to Dawkins, who sends Johnny Gargano out and takes Tommaso Ciampa down for a near fall. Dawkins forces him to the corner and sneaks a tag to Montez Ford, setting up for a double team in the near fall. Pretty Deadly continues to look on as Ciampa fights back for a 450 splash with a tag to Johnny Gargano for a knee and a 2 count as well. Montez Ford and Johnny Gargano trade kicks until both men are down. Angelo Dawkins charged at Tommaso Ciampa on the outside, sending him into the barricade. Johnny Gargano goes after Angelo Dawkins, but the Street Profits double team him with Tommaso Ciampa attempt to intervene, ending with him being sent to the outside before they drop Johnny wrestling to the canvas for the cover, but Tommaso Ciampa breaks the pin. All right, another another look at Pretty Deadly backstage as the Street Profits continue to take the fight to the champs, only for DIY to land a fairy tale ending. Super kick combo covered by Tommaso Ciampa and Dawkins kicks out. DIY looks to meet in the middle, but it goes awkwardly, and Dawkins drops Ciampa before tagging in Ford, who gets the drop on DIY for the pin and the win. We have new tag team champions. The winner and your new WWE tag team champions, the Street Profits. This was a fantastic main event tag team match. And thank you and shout out to WWE for granting me my wish by putting the tag team champions on the Street Profits. I just said it on my last week's WWE Smackdown review and highlights that WWE needs to put the tag team champions on the Street Profits. Look what finally happened. Thank you, WWE, for granting me my wish, and shout out to WWE. I knew the Street Profits could do it, so I'm glad that DIY. I'm glad DIY lost and the Street Profits won. But I know that DIY is going to grant their rematch, but make it a triple threat match, a triple threat TLC for the WWE Tag Team Champions between the Street Profits, DIY, and Motor City Machine Guns. That triple threat match itself will be good. That triple threat TLC match for the WWE Tag Team Champions will be good at WrestleMania. Will be a good triple threat match at WrestleMania 41. Triple H, please grant me my wish and book a triple threat TLC match for the WWE Tag Team Champions between DIY, Motor City Machine Guns, and the Street Profits. Please make it happen, WWE, and make it happen, Triple H, by booking that triple threat TLC match for the Tag Team Champions between DIY, Motor City Machine Guns, and the Street Profits. Sign me up to see that match. That's all I gotta say. But this tag team match was fantastic. But congratulations to the Street Profits, and I straight called it straight down the middle. Go watch my last week's WWE Smackdown review on highlights. I mean, mentioned the Street Profits that the WWE needs to put the tag team champions on the Street Profits, and I was right the whole time. All right, the new champs celebrate with a quick round of pyro as SmackDown comes to a close 8 minutes early compared to the USA Network. Fed through, I'm sure the network will find enough ads to fill in later tonight. Haha. And WWE SmackDown goes off the air. All right, let me get my spin what I think about WWE SmackDown. Now, WWE SmackDown was a solid show, and I give it a 5.4 out of 10. If you guys made it this far to my WWE SmackDown review and highlights, make sure you guys please full watch the video from all the way from the beginning all the way towards the end. Hit that like button. Subscribe to my channel for more wrestling content like this because I'm on the road to 8K and a path to YouTube partner. Make sure you guys run my videos, run my playlist, keep sharing and keep supporting. That's all I gotta say. And I will make a 3-minute YouTube video of me showing you guys my thumbnail twice in that 3-minute YouTube short video. That's coming up next. And I will have an upcoming world premiere for my WWE SmackDown review and highlights at 5 o'clock a.m. I know some of you guys gonna be asleep. I get it, but I know some of you guys gonna be woke. But I very appreciate you guys for taking your time out of your night just to watch my WWE SmackDown review and highlights. And once again, congratulations to Mama Mia Cat for reaching YouTube partner. I am so proud of Mama Mia Cat. I was just in her stream earlier. Shouts to Christy, Mama Mia Cat, and what's the other YouTube name? I know it's one of I think it's Escalate One. Yeah, Escalate One. And shouts to you as well too. And shouts to all my real ones. And shouts to all the Philippines that's watching this video. But I want you guys to have a great night. Stay safe and always stay positive. Kept your crew, kept your kings, kept your club. Too sweet. I'm out of here, gang. Mwah. Bang. Too sweet, gang. And I will see you guys next on my I will see you guys next on my 3-minute YT short. I'm gonna show you guys my thumbnail twice in that video, cause I'm gonna give you guys 1,000% full proof that I'm gonna show you guys my thumbnail twice in that 3-minute YouTube short video, cause the proof is in the pudding. That's all I gotta say. And yeah, that's all I gotta say. Have a great night. Stay safe and always stay positive. KFG crew, KFG Kings, KFG Club. Too sweet. I'm out of here. Gang. Mwah. Bang. Too sweet. Gang.